cool or anything like that, of course. How's it even going? It's been a while since I've done this. I'll probably edit the sound once we get in. But yeah, don't want the sound to be too loud because I have a somewhat a soft voice. I did have an alarm set, but that's fine. We don't care about that. Let's go to the settings. I don't really need to explain everything to you guys, honestly.
Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
I can hear you fine, Paimon. Stop talking in my ear, thank you. Okay. Normally I just play the Genshin a lot. It's... if anyone was part of my birthday stream I did with Genshin, you'd see that I leveled up a lot since then. I have different characters I play with. Maybe I should go get her healed before I go out and do it. Normally when I get on, I'm normally on here or in Fontaine. Yeah. And this little spot right here, which I call, it's a little dome area. It's called my water house. I've claimed it.
Peace prevails throughout the land, and all things are made new.
No,
Yes! Got her!
I don't upgrade her because I literally just use her to get around. That's literally all I use her for. So let's land on a roof. Okay. Which one did... I've completed all of the story quests. Now I'm working on the hangout quest. I did unlock Lynette's. I'm almost done with Kaya's. Kave's. This man. Also got Toma over here. But yeah, slowly doing all of them because I gotta do what I gotta do. Let's finish up Kaya's because he is the last one. Okay, where is the second ending located? Okay, not memo. Right here. No. Listen to me. But yeah. Let's get it set up. Oh. Where is he? Is he back in Samaro? He is. Of course he is. Why do I keep forgetting he starts out in Samaro? Might as well pull up the stream on my YouTube channel itself so I can see if there's any comments whatsoever. Okay. Of course. Wanted to make sure. Alright.
Yeah! Got her!
And if anyone does have Genshin, if you're fast at clicking, or pausing, sorry, that's what it's called. It's been so long since I've streamed. Well, thank you for letting me know I'm watching my own stream. Actually, this goes on. I gotta see if this audio is actually working.
You're always so busy. It's high time you gave yourself a proper break. Even the sharpest blade loses its edge if it's always in use. Regular maintenance is essential for reliable performance. And anyway, life is short, so we should make the most of the time we have.
I'd rather not, Kaya. Let me take you somewhere new.
Great. Music to my ears. I'll cover the travel costs, of course. There's nothing more enjoyable than the company of a good friend. Now, How about
You just
Liyue?
want to have a reason to spend
I'd
the
be
money
heading
on.
past. Well, lucky me. I'll hold you to that.
I don't know why I
Liyue's
clicked on,
Ministry
but
of
it's
Civil
okay.
Affairs frequently corresponds with the Knights of Favonius, so the address on their letterhead is one of the few places I'm familiar with. I don't have much luggage, so it won't take me long to pack. Give me a moment, and then we'll head there together.
Sure, Kaya. Normally, I would walk, but that is 2,000. Where are we going? Oh, we're going into Liyue. Let's go here. Normally I play this in complete silence.
Skyward!
I still am. Okay, what does Kaya want to do? Oh wait, are we taking
I've heard that there's lots to see and do in Liyue, but I'm sure you're more familiar with the place than I am, so I'll leave the itinerary to you.
I have
Excellent.
friends all over Liyue.
Well, hopefully I'll get to know some of these friends for myself.
But
It's such a satisfying feeling to just drop everything, go on a long trip,
if we went
and
to
see
the
something new.
Electro
Who knows who we
Nation,
might cross paths with? We might even
we
end
hit
up going on an
hit up our
impromptu
boy
adventure.
Toma. He gives us good
Just like how
discounts. I should stop cutting off Kaya. This way.
Do you know this shop? It looks pretty nice from the outside. Shall we take a look?
I do know the shop. I buy a lot of stuff from the shop.
Welcome to Mingxing Jewelry. We are a long-established trader of precious stones. Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Let me see. Ah, some nice jewelry you've got here. Maybe I can grab something with a local flavor as a souvenir. What do you think, traveler? See anything that suits my style? I trust your judgment.
Don't come
Ah,
cheap.
you're
Are you
interested
sure?
in souvenirs. If you're looking for a specific design, we can make it to your specifications. It does take some time to fulfill an order, however. High-quality jade is hard to come by, so our waiting list is at least a couple of weeks.
How about we just
Oh,
beat
that's
up
a pity.
Zhongli?
I'm just
He'll give us
visiting and I
some
won't be
jade.
in town for very long. So as much as it pains me to do so, I'm afraid I'll
I'm
have to
kidding, I
leave
would
this
never beat up
beautiful
Zhongli.
bijou behind.
I
No
respect him
worries at
too
all,
much.
sir. If you're looking for something off the shelf, why not go and see Mr. Shurto at the Jade Mystery? He also deals in jade and precious stones. Exactly. But on that note, let me give you a word of... There's no risk in purchasing a piece of jade that's already been cut. But you could lose all of your mora betting on uncut rocks. I won't say any more, as I don't want my fellow vendors to think
Yeah.
I'm bad-mouthing them. But
That's
I
why
think
we
you
don't
catch
let
my
Zhongli
drift.
do any type of talking.
It's only human nature
will
to
lose
spend
all
a
our
little when
money.
you're on a trip. The Ministry of Civil...
I think that's sound advice wherever you go.
After I had finished all the nation's achievements, I just ran out of things to do.
Yeah! Skyward!
Completing whatever I can. Before we go to Rockman, I am saving up for Knave. So, I was saving up. I had about 30 pulls, and then I decided to do a 10 pull off Kazuha, because why not? And I had gotten him. I'm not really good at saying the blue hair guy's name, the one in the middle, so I'm not gonna butcher that name. And then Lynette. I got all three of them on the same pull, which was actually pretty interesting. Right now I have the total of 21 pulls. We're gonna do one now because why not? I'll get it back in a second. After I do like the big pull thing, I go off of here. Try to build back my pity. Okay. Well, let's go to the Rockman.
Welcome! Looking for uncut stones or pre-cut jade? We've got plenty of both for your viewing pleasure.
Uncut stones. Ah, yes, we were just briefed on that. Let's take a look at the pre-cut jade.
I believe I detect a quiet but distinct tone of apprehension in your words. Please rest assured, there's nothing to be quite so wary about with my business. Feel free to peruse at your leisure. I think you'll find that everything I do here is entirely above board and legitimate. And sure, you can bet on jade and lose if you're unlucky, but that doesn't make it a scam. My terms are clear and transparent, and I only do business with willing customers. What scammer can claim that?
Sounds perfectly reasonable. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter how much the vendor is charging. If the customer decides to hand over their money, they're taking the bait of their own free will.
Yes, exactly. I'm glad you understand. Although your peculiar phrasing at the end there, you almost make it sound as if I really am scamming people. Anyway, betting on jade is what it is. Feel free to try your luck, but if you can't afford to lose, then it's not free. I'll leave you to browse at your own pace now while I...
Tired of hearing that man's
Amber-colored
voice.
jade would probably make for a good souvenir. Why not? This is a quirky little place. Well, if you're not interested, then I guess we'll pass.
Yeah. Listen to me.
Ahoy there, Captain! Fancy seeing you back in time.
What, a poor sailor like me? You must be joking. I barely managed to make ends meet. What about you, Chateau? Still scamming people with your pile of rocks?
Hey! Keep your voice down.
I mean, you want the full list? Or... Hold up. Is that... Captain Kaya! What, brings you to Liyue?
Oh, just taking a short trip with my friend. It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a good while, hasn't it?
Gotta get all these pretty merchants.
Anywhere you'd recommend I visit while I'm here?
Let me think. Wanmin Restaurant's always a pretty good bet. Chef Mao's daughter is a skilled chef, and their prices are very reasonable. My wife can't get enough of their boiled fish. You could give that a try. And, speaking of my wife, she won't let me forget what a great help you've been to us before. So thank you, on her behalf.
Your wife? Ah, yes. How is she doing these days? Keeping...
Very well, thank you. Very well.
There's so much
Anyway,
talking in this
I've got
game,
something I
and
need to
don't
do
wanna
down at the south.
interrupt them.
All right. See you. Ah, I finally remembered who that was. Captain Wu. He runs a transport business between Mondstadt and Liyue.
I see.
Kaya,
So you went through that
took you
whole
way too
conversation
long
with
to
no
figure
idea
out
who you were
it
talking to.
was.
Well, that explains. Old Wu's usually quite the chatterbox, so it's very unusual for him to just take off mid.
An educated guess. Yes, it's pretty straightforward, honestly. The captain was making a delivery to Mondstadt when his ship sprang a leak. He overexerted himself fixing it and keeping the cargo dry, and ended up passing out from exhaustion. I took him to Mondstadt to recover.
Well, it still seems strange. His eldest was once
you.
playing on that big rock over there when he took a tumble and injured himself. I helped. I'm just surprised he was so quick to excuse himself, that's all.
Well, stubborn, I can believe. Someone had drilled a gaping hole in his ship, and the water was coming in fast.
Someone drilled a hole in his ship? His line of work isn't easy. The poor fellow usually has to set... Competition is fierce these days, and there's not a lot of mora to be made in shipping. So every day he stays idle is another negative in the books. I do wonder what's gotten into him. Anyway, I digress. We merchants protect our goods like our own lives, so who knows? Maybe he had some important cargo to see to. Either way, good sir, don't mind him.
Kaya's a kind soul.
I am an upstanding member of the Knights of Favonius, after all. Eyes. Don't you find me trustworthy?
Eyes! Eyes!
Since you asked
only
about
got one eye
recommendations
available.
earlier,
Don't you say
you're
eyes.
here from Mondstadt, yes? Might I suggest, if memory serves, they're just about to retell the tale of
You want me to
Bravebeard the
look you in
Valiant from the
eyes,
top.
Kaya, take your
Why not
eye
pay them a
patch off.
visit?
Let me see it.
Sounds interesting enough. Let's check.
Storyteller!
Yeah,
You guys are always
skyward!
so cool. Go, go, go!
So this is the Hu tea house.
Yes, now take a seat.
We meet again, Captain Kaya.
We
What a
followed your
coincidence.
scent.
Twice in one day. Oh, that didn't take me long, and I ran the whole way.
Wu, weren't you just at Wanwen Bookhouse buying a book for your daughter? What's this talk about the wharf?
Shh, just leave it be, Aunt Jong. There's no need to embarrass him right in front of everyone else.
Embarrass him.
I take it that you two aren't from around these parts. I'm a caravan guard by trade, and meeting people from all over the world is one of the main perks of the job for me. Why don't you join my table so we can get to know each other?
Oh, seems like the tea house is the place to be in Liyue. Feels like I'm back in the angel share. Did you manage to get something for your daughter just now, Captain Wu?
Yes, thank you. If it weren't for you, Captain Kaya, she might not have even made it into this world.
I'm so lost, Wu. What's the story here?
I don't know why I thought I heard
Your wife's
talking.
originally...
The
My grandma
latter.
has a package she's waiting for. Kaya saved you more
this
than
is
once.
so humiliating. Anyway, back when my wife was pregnant, we were taking a trip to Mondstadt to visit her parents this one time, when we were mugged by a group of treasure hoarders near Dawn Winery.
Oh, that sounds awful. Were either of you hurt?
I mean, he's still here, and he's still got all his limbs, so they can't have roughed him up too bad. I'm guessing Captain Kaya stepped in before they could do either of you any serious harm, huh?
Yes, he did. Thankfully, he heard my wife crying for help and drove them away. My wife was injured and quite shaken up by the ordeal, so he took her to the winery and asked them to look after her.
Makes sense.
So,
too.
what happened to you? Where did you disappear to?
I was in the water.
Huh? What did you jump in the water for? You know they can still get you in there, right?
Right?
No, that's not... They threw me into the water and, stripped me of all my clothes.
They did what? Did they have a weird fetish or something? Stripping a sailor naked and throwing him into the water. It's not
Anything
like
for
you were
money,
going to
ma'am.
drown. So, then what? I take it you swam to shore?
The treasure hoarders always move in groups, and fighting back when you're outnumbered isn't usually an option. It's no surprise that they quickly overpowered Captain Wu. I'm just glad that everyone made it out all right at the end.
Captain Kaya, please, there's no need for you to try to save face for me like this. I already owe you so much. You don't have to do anything more. Yet, despite that, I somehow only ended up humiliating myself further. Oh, there's no point in me trying to save face now. They tossed me into the water to humiliate me, and to use it as leverage to get my wife to pay up. But they didn't know that I could swim. What I'd intended was to pretend to drown, then sneak back onto shore while they weren't looking, and find a way to rescue my wife. That was before Captain Kaya appeared out of nowhere and saved the day. So then I figured I'd get out of the water, get dressed, and catch up with you. But God knows what they did with my clothes. I couldn't find them anywhere. By the time I gave up looking for them, you were most of the way to the winery, so
What
I
did I
had to
say?
run after you with nary a thing on myself.
Outrageous!
So,
I made it to the winery, but the maids noticed me first, and they called the Lord of the Manor out to give me the beating the treasure. After my wife recovered consciousness, she had to have a long talk with the young lord to explain everything. He then escorted us both safely to Stonegate.
Oh, Wu, I'm sorry, but...
ugh, good luck living that one down.
It is the fact. that
Trust
some of the
me,
times when
I
these
know.
guys laugh,
My wife never
and
lets
they
me
don't
forget.
move. It looks like they're just smiling
I'm sorry,
and laughing
Captain.
on the inside.
I wasn't intending to share that story.
It's fine. It's my own fault for thinking I could sweep it under the carpet and forget about it. I don't know if I can ever repay you for all you've done. That's why I get so embarrassed every time. Still, it won't stop me from trying. You and your friend are here to catch the storyteller, right? The tea's on me. It's the least I can do.
Okay.
In fact, they do serve some food here, too, but it's not the best. Okay, let me run and get some fruit to share. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's talk to.
I wonder how much
first.
Oh, poor Wu.
I normally skip their dialogues. I was like, where's the third person? It's Kaya, of course. Okay, you see his outfit. This is his default outfit, of course. And one, I think it was like, yeah, the first one. Dressing room. The first ending, he puts this outfit on. Don't know why he was carrying it around, but he was. I'm not really a good like player, so I still have the default glider. I really want a different one. I'll be honest. Look how pretty these are. We have the Fontaine, Sumeru, Nation. Oh, is this one from? This one is from Yui. No, that's not what I wanted, and you know it, game. Mondstadt. Oh, why didn't I get this one then? Rude. Probably won't get either one of these. Anyways. But yeah. I'm not a great player. I'll give it that. Be honest, honestly. But yeah. I have a good amount of characters. That's a lot more than I anticipated. As you can see, these 4 are part of my team. I do a combo with these 2 pretty well. She is. Why are you starred? That's why she kept appearing out there, because I was somehow following. Oh, rude. Bennett is the same level as Lynette, because he is
Benny's adventure team,
C5.
assemble!
Not by choice. Not by choice.
Oh.
He is almost there. I need to get one more of those and then a bunch more of these. Fermine is baby boy. When I upgrade Fermine, I have to upgrade Gaming as well. Gaming is C2. I had spent so much on getting Albedo. For what? I can't even ascend him. I can't fight the cube. This is probably really easy to do. I wanted him because I liked his fighting style. All I need for him is these pearls. I was told it was a bad choice that I got him, but whatever. I don't hate her character. I hate how many times I got her. I'm literally almost C6 with her, and that's the main reason I don't like getting Geo characters is because almost every single one of them needs me to fight the cube. I tried and failed. I just don't like her. I didn't even try to get Dory. It just happened. Hi, Yao Yao. I haven't upgraded because she's also the Dendro cube. She only needs these mushrooms. I'm still figuring out where to find. I know I've seen them, I'm just blind. What do you need? Interesting. Next question. Pyro Cube. Oh my god, I forgot I can upgrade her. Probably a good idea if I do, because it probably wouldn't hurt. She's a good character. A good fighting. I will only use Amber when I need to shoot something with a pyro. Never actually fought with her. I literally only upgraded her so I could get this reward. Don't like his fighting style, so I'll never upgrade him. Sucrose? She's not a bad character, I'll give her that. And I messed it up again. Sorry that I'm just randomly talking instead of continuing his thing. I have like a short attention span. I did not want this character. I'm not happy I got him. Like, at all. Everyone's like, oh, he's such a baby, why don't you like him? I just don't. Like, I don't. I don't like her fighting style. I just don't like it. Never used her, don't know her fighting. No. If there's any character I hate more fighting with, it's Lisa. I don't like it. And of course I got his, when I got him, he of course was in his normal outfit, but I had gotten this a while ago, so I might as well put it on him. I think she uses a gun. Well, of course the Polaroid, but she uses a gun for her main attack. I got her, shockingly. I wasn't even mad that I lost the 50-50 with her. Like, I had tried to get a different character and ended up getting her instead. I wasn't even mad. I was shocked. And I still have to figure out where I got those. Yep, that's all my characters. An okay team. Probably not the best, as they say.
He really didn't have to share all the details of that story. But since he didn't seem to mind, I wasn't about to stop him.
Honestly, it makes sense.
I did first, but once he brought up his daughter, the memory of his naked escapades came flooding back. D-Luke thought some pervert was harassing the maids. He charged straight out the door, great sword in hand and raring to go. I haven't seen him so angry in a long time.
Don't you always make him angry?
So many people owe me favors nowadays. It's hard to keep track of them all. Hey, you didn't think I was being serious, did you? Do I really strike you as the kind of person to keep track of favors in a notebook?
No.
I just helped the guy out on a couple of occasions because I happened to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, sorry.
I have no intention of asking him to do anything for me in return.
Welcome, person
At least,
who joined.
not so far.
I'm back with fruit. Please help yourselves, everyone. My treat.
Thank you.
Oh, don't mention it. It's just a few fruits, nothing extravagant. Once my new pharmaceutical business takes off and I have Mora to spare, I'll get you a proper thank you gift and send it to the Knights of Favonius.
Pharmaceutical business. So you found a new career? No more shipping?
Shipping's impossible work nowadays. There's too much competition, the margins are too small. I'm going to become a partner of Boo Boo Pharmacy and provide funding for it's specially formulated to treat seasonal joint and limb pain. If you didn't know, it's a very common health complaint among sailors. But I've suffered from it myself, which is why I know that a lot of people stand to benefit from this once it enters the market.
Smart.
It's a good cause and a stable source of income. Whichever way you look at it, it's a step up from the back-breaking work I did before.
That's impressive, Wu. I wouldn't have thought you had the connections for something like that. So is it Dr. Baiju?
Oh no, not Dr. Baiju. Actually, it was his master, Dr. Baifudze. His medical expertise and clinical experience are second to none. And he really cares about his patients.
I haven't heard that name in a while.
He gave me a few of his traditionally formulated bone-strengthening pills when he saw me suffering from my leg.
Dr. Baiju's master.
Yes.
Yeah, I told him I'd be enthusiastically recommending his medicine to the other guys at the docks. And after some hesitation, he just went right ahead and wrote up a prescription for me. He said that he shouldn't really be handing out free prescriptions since, and I quote, "It goes against generations of tradition handed down by our forebears." But he just felt like it was the right thing to do. What a great guy.
But I got chatting with Dr. Baiju recently when the Secure Transport Agency did a delivery for Boo Boo Pharmacy. He told me that his master has already passed away.
Huh? Why would he say something like that? I mean, the guy's old, but he's still in great health.
Captain Wu, where did you meet this old master?
Just out on the street? I know that sounds dubious, but this is an educated and respectable...
Hold on a second. I just remembered something. My nephew-in-law met a medicine seller not too long ago, too. He also described it as a miracle cure. He spent a lot of mora on it, but when he brought it to Boo Boo Pharmacy, Herbalist Gui took one look and told him he bought nothing but regular painkillers. This Baifudze you met, did he by any chance have a go?
He did.
If I may, Captain Wu, there's a lot of mora involved here. It seems like it would be worth asking this Dr. Baiju about his master, just to set the record straight. You could show him the medicine as well.
You're right, Captain Kaya. A quick trip to...
He left in a hurry. He must be stressed out of his mind right now.
We should go with him. We should
Hey,
go.
let him deal with this, okay?
No.
No point in you stressing yourself out, too. Fraud or not, it's up to Captain Wu to figure out exactly who he's gotten himself involved with.
But I wanted to have
I'm
a
no
chance
Dark
to
Knight
say
hero,
Chi-Chi.
or a martial arts hero for that matter, and neither are you.
Don't you insult me.
Wait, or are you? Now that I think about it, I can see you having a secret double life as a martial arts hero here in Liyue.
Kaya,
You certainly have the personality
stop
for it.
that.
Either way, Liyue has its own rules and regulations. Best to let the Ministry of Civil Affairs deal with this in the proper manner. If a couple of outlanders like us get involved, we might just end up muddying the waters, even with the best of intentions. We came here to enjoy ourselves, remember? We don't want to get our priorities mixed up. Oh, and look at that. The storyteller's taking the stage.
It is said that the sky's the limit for the aspirational soul. But alas, for the woes of the world are equally limitless. No such stranger to woes was Huang Guang, a man who, having suffered countless injustices at the hands of his fellow men, forsook them to dwell among the mountains and rivers. Yet fate fortuitous found him when he entered the tutelage of an adeptus and learned many mystical arts from them. Per his master's wishes, he then returned once more to the human world, only this time with a sworn duty to cleanse the land of demons and to see justice done wherever he might tread.
Such
Is that all?
story stuff.
Oh, I was hoping to hear the rest of the story.
What did you think of the story, Kaya?
It was all right. I suppose the hero always has to sacrifice himself to save others, and it does make for some good storytelling. But it leaves you wondering how he really feels about the whole thing. Did he ever have second thoughts?
Oh, I see the show is over. Yeah, I saw Dr. Bai.
Then what are you waiting for? Don't just stand there. You need to...
Hold on. Let's not lose our cool.
Well, I'd arranged to meet him at the Yunshang Tea House.
Okay, so you've got enough...
I've got no one to blame but myself.
Don't say that you're not to blame. Your good nature is nothing to be ashamed of.
Young man, you're a good person, and I'm touched by your words of comfort. Still, it's up to me to find a way to get my Mora back. The consequences are mine.
What is it,
It's obvious,
solution?
isn't it? He needs to report the case to the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Come with me.
If you lecture me in the corner, I will be sad. Why are you way over there?
I am quite curious. How does our chivalrous martial arts hero intend to come to Captain Wu's rescue here?
Stop that.
There are countless victims of injustice in the world. We can't try to help each and every one of— Oh, I'm surprised. I didn't know you thought of me as someone who helps other people unconditionally.
Gaia,
I'm
don't you
genuinely
backtalk me.
flattered. But we both know that I'm not that kind of person, really.
You helped him with, well, because you were there. You don't even remember it. And that's why I
Your
believe
logic
you're
is
still willing to
very
do it.
straightforward, but I like how you think. So I'll indulge your martial arts hero aspirations for now.
Stop calling me martial art hero. I am Traveler.
Captain Wu, how would you feel about owing me—
I'm sorry?
let's say, if it could be done?
What exactly are you—
The Traveler here is adamant.
Captain Kaya?
All right.
Womp womp.
All right. Then it's settled.
Okay, I have until 8. Okay. And then all my commissions with that. If I just keep going straight, I'll get to it.
Yeah!
Oh, she's 8!
Got her! Yeah! Skyward! Got her!
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Okay.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing.
You're very welcome. Yes, I paid for this because I really wanted to get all this cool stuff. Okay.
Yeah!
Where am I supposed to go? Ah, yes. Might as well skip time to eat. Right there. Oh, there's the jade. My brain just spaced it. Chamber.
Try something new at the ramen restaurant.
Yeah! Skyward! Got her!
Ah, you're here. Good. I'll head upstairs first, and you join me in a bit.
Okay.
You've got nothing to worry about. As long as this lucky coin's in my hands, it'll do as it's told.
Are you gonna
Before
flick
I
it at
toss the
someone?
coin, I'll get our guy to bet heads or tails. Then it's your turn to bet. Now remember, if I touch my chin, you bet heads. If I touch my forehead, you go for tails.
Okay. Chin, heads, forehead, tails. I can remember that. You know how I just said I'll remember that? I indeed did not remember that. After you walked away, I forgot. like pushing the button and didn't realize I was pushing the wrong controller. Okay, I have it pulled up.
Hello. Are you waiting for someone?
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
From the way you describe it, Liyue does sound like an attractive place to... All that awaits me back in Mondstadt is a horde of insufferable sycophants.
I understand. For one as ambitious as...
What are you doing? It's common courtesy to introduce yourself. Can't you see we got here first?
Oh, schnitzels. Okay.
They're running out of tables, huh? Looks like this location's getting too small.
So, my friend, what's your name?
Here is the tea that you ordered. Please enjoy.
Ugh. Mr. Bai, this has been a most pleasant and insightful conversation. I consider...
Yes, good fortune indeed. In that case, I must thank you for your generosity.
You there. I'll get yours too.
Thanks.
Oh, you can't tell? My family's lived in Mondstadt for generations. I got bored sitting around at home and decided to set off on a journey to the sights of Liyue Harbor are rather spectacular. I've half a mind to buy a waterfront property here so I can come vacationing every year.
That
would be quite
acting,
nice.
Kaya.
If the family would spare me a little loose change. And the point of life is to enjoy yourself. If something makes me happy, it's worth every mora.
Mr. Rich, just to clarify, that's quite a large sum of mora as far as the common man is concerned. It's understandable that our friend over here feels out of his league.
The name's Albert. Surname Rich. But only the servants in the house address me as Mr. Rich. Now that we're so well acquainted, Mr. Bob.
Albert does have a nice ring to it. It is my...
You flatter me. What say you to acting as my guide during my time in Liyue? I'll pay you handsomely, of course. Naturally...
No need, my good friend. I shan't be so vulgar as to take your mora. We're both men of character. The pleasure of your ongoing acquaintance shall be ample reward. To join a noble gentleman on his travels is a rare opportunity. Please, let me draft up an exact itinerary. I'll make sure to give you the experience of a lifetime.
You there. You're welcome to join us if you want. Which clan did you say you were with? The Hoo-Ha clan or something?
Excuse me? Kaya!
Goo-Ha, huh? Strange choice of name. Gotta say, I've been in Liyue for a while now. This is the...
Yes, well, there are many martial arts clans and factions in Liyue.
Ha, fair enough. Still, weird name. Bet they have some even weirder practice. Seriously, though, what kind of skills do you guys train anyway? It's all for show, right? I already told the server to put it on my tab. Don't bother getting her to split the bill. It'll only complicate...
Young man, there's no need to take things so seriously. Why don't you look...
Are you trying to make a point by throwing my generosity back in my face? All right, then.
Please, my friends, let's not get so worked up. You young people have hot tempers.
Well, the coin toss.
Did I hear that right? So you'll only pay for yourself if you win, but I'll get the check for the three of us if you lose. It's not that I care about the Mora. After all, I offered to pay for everyone's drinks in the first place. No, what I find truly absurd is your refusal to play fair. I demand that you also pay... Fine. You can have your apology if you win. But on one
Well, as long as you're no longer raring...
Why don't you join us, Mr. Bai? Let's entertain this guy for a sec. We don't want him to think you're stingy.
But...
What are you trying to say, Mr. Bai? Whose side are you on here? And anyway, it's no big deal if you win. It's just a few cups of tea after all, so you can just take it from your fees as my guide.
All right then. I suppose it's not all that different from...
All right, now we're talking. Okay, now that we've agreed on the rules, how should we do this coin toss? Well, that should be simple enough.
Young man, I can see that you haven't spent many... I, too, only met this Mondstadt millionaire by complete chance today. But we're getting along just fine. In the real world, you've got to keep up appearances. There's no need to... You young people are much too impulsive.
I will put
to keep a level
freaking
head.
slime... What is it called? Whatever. I'll put that stuff in your food if you keep talking to me like that, you young baby.
Just so we're clear, let's say the marked side is heads, and the unmarked side is tails. We should also take turns tossing the coin.
I agree.
Sounds fair to me.
All right then, I'll start us off. Here we...
I suppose the choice is arbitrary, since it's a 50-50 chance.
Let me think. I'll also go with tails. What about you? Heads or tails?
Touch the chin. If I touch my chin, you bet heads.
Darn it.
I won as well. Guess there might be a form... I have a suggestion. If one of us loses twice in a row... I flipped the coin last time.
Now just wait a second,
Oh?
You are both young, and I've already seen your short tempers for myself. If Albert loses this round and this young man wins... Well, that's not my only consideration, either. You two baby and dice games, people use all... If Albert wins the next round and you, young man, lose for the second time in a row, if that happens, a purely hypothetical scenario, of course, but one that I'm being...
Very diligent of you indeed, Mr. Bai.
A rigged coin will always be a little heavier than a normal coin, you see. This one seems perfectly normal to me, however. But don't take it from me. Why don't you test it for yourself?
What's your bet this time, Mr. Bai?
I'll stick with tails.
Tails, huh? Well, you seem to have a feel for this, so I guess I'll match your bet again this round.
Well, my luck's still just about holding out. The three of us are now tied, so...
Well, here you go. What'll it be, Mr. Bai?
It's a tough decision this time.
That's what makes it fun, isn't it? Anyway, there's no need to stress.
You make a good point.
Okay, and now it's my turn to guess. Not that the outcome matters either way to me. I won't even notice the more's gone. Whatever. I'll take tails.
Why did it have to be heads? This whole thing started because you two got into a spat.
Sure, why not? I'm having fun. I can go for as many rounds as...
What about Albert?
Oh, come on now.
Sure.
Well, here's the coin. You can toss first. Wouldn't it defeat the whole purpose of betting if you guessed the same as me? This is a two-person...
All right. Don't... Ooh, looks like Rex Lapis has smiled upon me. Well, and that...
Sure.
Oh, maybe...
What, 50,000?
All right.
Great, then I'll bet head. Heads.
Tails. Oh, how unfortunate. Albert, I'm terrible.
Advance payment? Just 50,000? That's not what we agreed on.
Huh? What are you talking about? I think you'll find that our bet was for 50,000.
No, it wasn't. The amount was 1 million.
Jeez.
1 million? Are you insane? Come on now, Albert. Be serious. 1 million here and 1 million there might be all fun and games to you rich types, but to ordinary folk like myself, this is no laughing matter.
I'm being perfectly serious. I know what I said, and what I said was 1 million mora.
You're lying through your teeth. Hey, young man, you tell him. Did you hear him say 1 million at any point? Huh? What the? I'm not deaf, you know. I swear I heard 50,000. Wait. Oh, I see. You two are in this together. I've never met either of you before today, and out of nowhere you suddenly roped me into betting over a coin toss, and now you're accusing me of owing you 1 million mora. Huh? Do you have any idea who you're trying to cheat? I know all the tricks in the book. I can't believe a couple of beginners like you managed to get this far. But don't you try to celebrate just yet. You amateurs have a lot to learn about the art of the con. Do you really think that nobody else will have heard all the commotion we just made? All I need is one witness, and this little scheme of yours falls apart. Frauds! Frauds, I say! These two kids are trying to scam me out of my hard-earned mora! Hostess!
Hard-earned
hostess,
mora.
come quickly!
Yeah,
How
right.
pathetic.
What is going on here? If you can't abide by our rules, you're not welcome at Yenshang Tea House. I don't care what the issue is. You don't get to make a racket like that in here. Halberd! Fang!
Wait, don't throw me out! These two con artists are trying to steal my mora. You can't let them get away with it.
Well, let's take this somewhere else. I don't want any of you disturbing the other guests. Okay, you two. Care to
Gladly. He's making up completely spurious claims. We were betting mora over a few coin tosses, and now he wants to back... He won 250,000 from me, then another 800,000 from the both of us. Now he's refusing to pay up the measly 50...
Okay, so after settling up, a total of 1 million mora should have...
Oh, it's a complete pack...
Sorry to interrupt you all, but you're witnesses to the situation here. Is what Mr. Bai said...
Oh, thank goodness you're finally here. What took you so long? That old guy's been bragging about the mora he's won so loud.
Leave me out of this. I want nothing to do with gambling.
Our new owner laid down the law not too long ago. We turn a blind eye towards casual games of dice, but there is zero return any winnings to the party.
Why should I have to give them any mora?
Oh, but I think you do.
You... Wait... How did you...
Halberd! Fang! There's a gentleman here that I'd really...
Please don't...
This was never your mora to begin with.
Who? What? I better go finish that, because I didn't know that was a thing. Okay. Let's see. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to sneeze.
Skyward!
Oh, it's the tree. Oh. Forgot about the random breeze that it does every once in a while.
Yeah! Got him!
Really doesn't look anything unusual.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Whoa! Yeah, nothing looks unusual over here. Okay.
Yeah! Scatter!
The reason I was ignoring that is because all I was getting was Mora, and I didn't want to just get Mora.
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward!
The ones that got Primo Gems in it. Would you like your money back, sir?
What did you think, Captain Wu? Could you hear clearly from your corner on the second floor?
Yes, everything. I can't thank you two enough.
Woo. This was your doing, wasn't it? You and this Mondstatter planned the whole thing. Along with that blonde one. And all the customers on that floor were in on it too, weren't they? I know where you live. And I know what your wife looks like. And your pretty little daughter, too. You
I would not be
crossed
threatening
the
us right
wrong
now.
man today.
Who'd be scared of a crook like you? I'll take you on any day of the week.
Well, let's see how long that false bravado of yours will last.
Oh, look at that. He figured it out. Guess he's not as dumb as we thought.
Don't you two get cocky either. Just you wait. I will hunt you down.
Good luck.
My apologies for having to leave this question until you'd vacated the premises. But I couldn't have things escalate inside the tea house. I hope you can understand our position. I noticed that all the guests on the second floor were present before you took your seats, then left almost immediately after you did. Would I be correct in saying you were looking to set this man up?
Not
Wait,
really.
so you saw through it right away?
Under normal circumstances, we would never tolerate a scheme like this taking place on our grounds, as it risks damaging our owner's reputation. However, I understand that our owner holds the traveler in high regard and must have good reasons for their actions. Still, I would appreciate an explanation, if only so that I can answer to the owner.
Ah, as I thought. When you're operating on someone else's turf, you run the risk of clashing with the master of the house. Thankfully, we considered that possibility before going ahead with our plan. Over to you, brave hero. You're the one with the connections in Liyue. It's your time to shine.
Okay, I understand the situation now. It goes without saying that I have no wish to stand in the way of your...
Well, Captain Wu, remember what I promised you? What do you think? Angry and frustrated enough for you?
Excuse me, coming through. Is this the Mr. Bai you reported to us?
Yes, that's him all right. The one who scammed Captain Wu.
Wait! Where's your evidence, And Wu, you've already recovered your Mora. I don't deserve to be punished twice for the same crime.
You can't talk your way out of this one. You're already suspected of defrauding multiple victims out of smaller amounts, and the combined total meets the threshold for a conviction. If it turns out you're guilty in this case, too, it'll only add to your sentence. Does the plaintiff have any witnesses? If so, we'd really appreciate... You got tangled up in this too, huh?
Always.
In that case, please come with me. Your witness statements will play a crucial role in helping to move this case forward. Don't worry, we won't take up too much of your time. And you, sir, can...
Thank you so much of you. I really don't...
Well, I have an idea. We originally came here to do some sightseeing.
Let me think. Now, where would I...
Sounds fun to me.
That way?
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter! Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Now maybe?
Yeah! Skyward! Scatter!
Definitely not gonna make it if I just did that. And run!
Yeah! Scatter!
Well, this was certainly an eventful end to my trip.
About my internet being low for this.
Wouldn't be much of a lucky coin
so
if
funny.
you still need some practice to master the tech. My answer would be that I tell the coin a joke every time I toss it into the air. If it finds my joke funny, then it cooperates with me. Of course, this whole arrangement hinges on a pre-existing amount of trust between the two of us. I can't just get any strange coins to listen to me. Yeah, I was a little surprised when he unwittingly called out our trick coin. A good gambler always keeps their option, so when I went to the counter, that safely avoided. But hey, especially listening to him warn us about the possibility of a rigged coin right as we were scamming him. That was my favorite part. As long as I chose the same bet as him, and you bet the opposite to me, it was always going to end up with him paying. Unless, of course, he'd had some other tricks up his sleeve that we hadn't thought of. Then things would have gotten really interesting.
You two are genuinely the smartest people I've ever met. Well, I may not be the smartest guy around, but one thing I do know is this. One should always... We were just... If there's anything I can ever do for you in the future, anything at all, please let me know. You can always count on me.
Help me cause a fire.
I guarantee it.
No?
Let me help
You
me
seem
cause
agitated.
a fire.
Are you...
Just do it when
There
Kaya's
are two
not
kinds
looking.
of people who own... My informants have to fulfill whatever requests I make of them. Ah, and you're torn again. Well, it's okay. Because I just thought of a fun and easy way. This is the If it's heads, we're friends. But if it's tails, you're at my beck and call. May the Lord of Geo decide.
So, was it heads or tails?
What do you think? What does your heart tell you?
I understand now. You have my most sincere gratitude.
Yes. I finally got the last one. I save all of these because... Why not? I mean, yeah, I could easily Go here, click on it. Let the hangout memories, they're all right there. Why not?
If
yeah,
you
I
are
finished.
presently unoccupied.
That gave me 20, and then this one will give me, of course, the 5, and then another 20. That should give me at least 2 more polls. Oh, that did not. I don't know how to math, apparently. But yeah. That was all Akaya's. And I just want to thank you guys for coming for this weird stream I did. Just let me know down in the comments if I should continue doing so. Because why not? I'm gonna take a bit to try to complete all of these. This one's like the closest to being done in this place. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!